Happy New Year!
I'm sorry, that don't work. Wait, hold on. Dollar Tree.
It don't work.
Don't get those.
It don't work.
It don't work.
It don't work.
We tried.
It don't work.
It doesn't even matter.
Hey y'all, I'm back. If you're here now, then what is it? 2025. That means that we're in a new year. And if we're in a new year, then that means that we have things that we need to, put on our mind, on our vision board. So I just want to get straight to it. Happy New Year. I love y'all. And I want y'all to, if you're looking at this, because, sometimes people, don't get the idea to do it. Or they might do it. I can't talk. But if you're watching this, I want you to comment what's on your vision board or make a video. Because 2025, we all gonna get YouTube channels, okay? It's not just gonna be me and some other folks. It's gonna be all of us. The people that's the OGs, we appreciate y'all, but the new ones is coming in, okay? Big dog status. But all seriousness, I'm here today to talk about I'm gonna do like a year recap. So you may have saw something before this, like some clips of my year before. So that's probably before the end. And now you're probably seeing me talk about my vision board for 2025. And I'll just go through a couple of the things that's on there, okay? All right, let's get to it. Okay, so I can use my iPad to like kind of keep y'all up, but I'll put like it on the side of me on one of these sides. So let's see. Sorry. So the first thing is, if you're seeing the vision board right now, I have someone with locks on there. As you know, I have locks. It's going to be coming up on my 1 year in March, I believe. Like early March, it'll be 1 year since I've had my locks. And the reason why I put the person with locks on there is because I wanted to maintain my hair. I want it to be at its most healthy state. And also I feel like when you maintain your hair, you're actually practicing self-care too. So I want to keep, that regimen in and keep getting my hair done. And, the locks mean knowledge to me. That's what they mean. So I wanted to put that on my board to remind myself, lock maintenance, healthy hair, healthy me, endless knowledge. And also, if you are in Charlotte or if you just come to Charlotte, my loctician, I'm gonna put her name on here so y'all can follow her IG, and she does my hair real good. Shout out to you. You know who you are. I'm gonna put your name up here. But yes, healthy hair is always on the board. It's gonna always be there. And one thing I will say about having locks, one thing that I do, kind of understand now is that it's kind of high maintenance, but at the same time, if you're not a person that likes to take care of your hair, you will think it's high maintenance. Like, oh, I don't like to do stuff. So then you'll think it's high maintenance. But if you loving your hair, it's like it's the most expensive plant that you ever had. That's how I think of it. If you don't water your plant, it's going to die. So this is the most expensive plant that I've owned. So I'm going to take care of it. Okay, the second thing. Yes, I'm 30. Yes, I have a car. Yes, I have my learner's permit. But do I have my license?
I beg your pardon?
No. And this has been a thing that I used to be ashamed to tell people this, like, oh, I don't have my license and stuff. I have to get picked up by my mom or get picked up by people or get an Uber, da, da, da. But now I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. I don't have my license, and yes, I have a car. And, people would make me feel so bad about it. Like, they would literally, like, rag on me, try to make me, like, shame me and stuff. But, I actually do want to learn how to drive. There's not, like, a thing to say, like, I don't want to drive, I'd rather just be a passenger princess. No, I actually do want, I have the strength in my brain, or I don't know how to explain. I want to drive, but I have anxiety, very high anxiety. And I know everybody does, but I just can't get myself to be like, eh. But I think this year I'm going to do something about it because I want to experience so much stuff that, I want to experience simple stuff. I want to just go to Target on Sunday and not buy nothing and just be walking around. I want to be able to say, you know what? When I want to go somewhere, I don't want to have to question like, oh, how much the Uber going to cost? Or is the Uber going to be safe? I don't want to have to do all that. Or, simple things like if I'm, planning to move, I'm planning to move this year. So I don't want to have to question where I'm going to move and like, will I be able to get to my mom's house if I have to get here? Or will I have to call Uber? Will she have to come and get me? But I appreciate every person that has taken me somewhere or takes me somewhere. I really do. And I really want to show my appreciation in being able to take them somewhere eventually. So I'm going to try to like, even if I don't take my driver's test, even if I just drive and then the following year take my driver's test, but I want to do something. I don't want to just sit here stagnant and be like, I got my car. So I'm going to try. We're going to do something about it, guys. And I might document this process here so that you guys can see. So if you're like me and you're scared, we can try baby steps. Start the car up, get in the car, get comfortable in the car. I have a Toyota 2007 Camry. It's an old little thing. I paid it off. But, it gets me here and there. It has some problems. It has a lot of mileage on it, but it's a first starter car. So it's a car that, everybody needs to learn to drive in. So eventually when I get my license, I'm planning on keeping it because it's expensive. Okay? But yes, that's one of the things on my board. So pray with me that we will get and if you like me, I'm rooting for you because we both got to get somewhere. We got to drive. We got to do them pointless trips. Like everybody that got their license be doing. They just be going places and I went blah blah. I want to do that too. Okay, the third thing that's on my board is I don't know if those are like models or whatnot. I don't know. But it's black women, they're laughing. They're joyous. I am a joyous person. As you can tell, if you look at my background, like I have like stuffed animals and stuff. I love that. But I want to remain joyous throughout this year and beyond. And I don't want anything to, there's going to be times where I'm, upset and stuff, but I want to still know that at the end of the day, I am happy and I am loved and I am a person that is a joyous person. I don't want anything to take me to a hellish place, okay? Because sometimes I feel like when you get into that deep, like I think last year, I was at my old job and it used to be some days when I would get out and I'm a happy person, guys. And I'm not trying to convince you to think that. You can think whatever, but if you know me, you know that I love to laugh, I love to joke. Some people hated that about me. And they would just like get so upset and be like, you think everything's a joke or blah, blah, blah. And I took it personal. Like they wanted me to like stop being joyous. And I actually got to that point one time and I was just like, okay, I'm not going to laugh. I'm not going to giggle. I'm just going to, be upset because whatever. But I quickly realized at that time when they did that, like it maybe a week later, I said, I'm not doing it. I'm happy. I'm like, I mean, I'm upset about certain stuff, but I eventually get over or, realize that this is not the end of the world. Like some people let things take them. I don't want nothing to take me. If it don't got a car, it ain't driving me. Guess what? I ain't going. So like I said, I ain't going for it. I don't go for stuff. So at the end of the day, I may be upset at that moment, but at the end of the day, I want to remain joyous. And that's why I put on my board. I don't want something to have permanent residency in my life. It will not do that. So if you are like me and you are the type of person that like to giggle, like to laugh, and like to joke around, and you have people that tell you that you can't do that, put that on your board because you can do whatever you want. Be a giggle box. Be you. Be yourself. Don't assimilate to what someone else wants you to do because they upset at that moment. Who cares? They'll get over it. Pray for that person and move on. Okay, the fourth thing is, let's see. it says God is going to make sure you become a successful nurse. As you guys know, I'm a medical assistant and I've wanted to be a nurse for the longest. This year, I want to take some stride into becoming a nurse. Even if it's a small stride, like getting my CNA, that's one little thing I want to accomplish this year. It may not be the biggest thing. I need my CNA in order to become a RN. I don't want to do the LPN route because listen, do not attack me when I say this. I just want to go ahead and do the RN because I've worked in the clinic in a medical setting where it's like nurses, LPNs, and MAs. I'm at the bottom. A medical assistant is at the bottom. LPN is in the middle, and then there's an RN. They treat you as such, like bottom, middle, top. They don't care about anything we say. They literally will not take my opinion into nothing. Like, I was at their job for almost 9 years, and like they would never take any of my opinions serious. Like, I worked directly with the patients. The nurses wouldn't be in the room with them when they were crying, and they would just only take care of what the doctor wants them to take care of. I was the main person taking the blood pressures, asking the symptom questions, seeing, what was going on. The nurse would do like the stuff that they needed to do, and that's great work. And I just felt like, I never had like a say-so in certain things. So I want to become a nurse that I can actually impact more people. Like, I've impacted people as a medical assistant, but as a nurse, I feel like if I ultimately, I want to be a nurse navigator. Or, I want to be able to be a nurse navigator and then be like a lactation consult on the side, meaning like to help people understand how to breastfeed. So I have goals, and I was like, this year I have to start working on them because, I can't just say I want to be like this. I'm gonna be. Like, I don't want to keep saying that. I want to actually do something about it. And this is my year. I feel like this is our year, guys. Even if you want to be something that's different from what I am, I think just do something small in it and it'll happen. So that is what I'm thinking of. So I want to take a baby step towards it and get started. So this will be my year to get started. All right, so the next thing is a little doggy. And I put a French bulldog because that's the type of dog I think that matches my personality. A little sassy, a little crazy. So I've never had a pet, but I love animals. As people know, like my family members, they have dogs and, they have cats, or they, I'm the type of person that just love animals in general, I'm sorry. But I live with my mom, as you guys know, and my mom does not, she love animals, but she doesn't want to live with an animal, and that's okay. So I can understand that and I can respect it because this is not my home. I cannot take over your home and say, let me get a dog. So later on, you will see what equals to that, okay? But just know, I think that this year or next year or whenever God prepares me to have an animal in my life, I want one. But I really want a French bulldog or either an English bulldog or a dog that just loves me. But I love animals, and my cousins, my friends, they have dogs or cats. They like the animal is just like always around me, and I'm always around it. So I don't know what that means. Am I like the animal whisperer? Okay, there's like something on the side that says, "Be silly, be honest, and be kind." That's a quote that I want to keep in my life because, like I said earlier, I want to remain joyous. I don't plan on being bitter, upset, mad. I mean, of course you're gonna be upset, but I don't plan on getting being like I'm gonna be upset. I don't plan on doing all that. I want to remain like being an honest person, being kind, and being silly. I'm a funny girl. Like when people try to say, "Is this just a joke?" Because, okay, I'm gonna tell you something. I've had people come to me or talk to me virtually and say like, are you being like a goofy, quirky girl because of your size, because you feel like you don't get attention? I really feel like that was like a blow jab at my personality when they said that. I was like, you don't know me. Because if you ask my family members who actually be around me, this is my personality. Like, I don't just do this for attention, like, because I don't, whatever. But the person who said that, I think they have some issues that is just beyond what I can help them with. And I really think that they see that my personality is genuine, and they question, because they're like, how can you be, a goofy girl and, be in the body that you're in? Because guess what? Number one, my body doesn't equal my personality. Number two, just because you're big doesn't mean you should have an insufferable personality. Like, I don't go for that big mean girl, big crazy girl stuff. I don't do all I've known them type of big girls, and they were always miserable because they're like, I'm big and people treat me. Girl, I don't care how nobody do me. That high school stuff is over with. I'm an adult. If you gonna get active with me, I can get right back active with you. I can leave wherever this is at, and it will end right then and there. When we were in high school, yeah, we had to suffer through people treating us crazy because we're big and stuff. But now that I'm an adult, I don't have to deal with all that stuff. And now I know that as an adult, so I'm not gonna keep a bitter attitude because I'm big and they did it. No. I'm happy, and if you upset because I'm big and happy, well, you gonna be even more mad when I'm bigger or smaller or whatever, because the happiness doesn't have nothing to do with my size. That's me, baby. I love it. But in all seriousness, I want to always remain kind. I am a kind-hearted person. I love to laugh and stuff, but I'm just a kind person. And that's just me. I know people like, oh, I can't do that. What do you want people to do for you? Seriously, what do you want?
What do you think?
Kindness is infectious. I feel like you have to understand that. As a human, you can't just sit around and be like, F these hoes all the time. You have to have some moment where you be like, you know what, I need to give back to people. I need to be kind to myself. So that's just me. I just guess it's me. I'm not trying to make anyone feel like they should do this, but this is just personally how I feel. But that quote is going to stick to me because I'm not going to let anyone change how I feel. I've been feeling this way for 30 years. I'm not going to let anyone do it on the 31st year. Okay, so we're going to go to the one that's on the side of New York. Better things are coming, because I truly believe that. I want to wake up every day and think, what I have right now is a blessing, but I also know that there's better and greater coming. And I know that sometimes we get, not every day is good. Like I've, been saying, like, there's not always good days, but I want to make sure that I know that this day, whatever this day is, I'm going through something. I know that this is a day that a challenge has came, but I know tomorrow will be a better day for me. Or, there in time, better things are going to come. So I think documenting that and saying it on this vision board, it just clicked in my head. Like, this needs to be on there, because sometimes we just get so caught up in the everyday thing, like nothing's going to change. No, I don't want that mindset. I want to know, I'm going to know, and I want to show it on my vision board. Like, better things are coming. Even though I sometimes can get stuck and be like, oh, it's just gonna always be this way. I don't want that mindset no more. I want to say, you know what? Today was bad, but in the next week or so, or the next month, we're gonna be looking back and be like, you know what? It did get better. So I like that quote. And I like that it had a little smiley face and a little groovy smiley face, the upside down. Because that's me. I'm a groovy girl. Okay, we're gonna go to New York because that quote is funny. It says, the best, excuse my language because I'm cussing. So if you don't like cuss words, I'm going to say beep over for you. But it says, the best bitch is going to win, and that's me. That's confidence. That stands for confidence, okay? You ain't got to call yourself a bitch. I just like that confidence because I like that she's being so confident. That was a crazy situation. If you know what she was talking about, it was fine for Flavor Flav. I mean, Flavor Flav, he's a nice guy and stuff. He has a great personality. So, but they were like, the show was just crazy to me. But she just has so much confidence in herself. And that's what I want to be. I want to be so confident to where I'm like, the best girl is going to win, and that's me. And I'm not going to be able to say, like, I don't want to be like, like messing with nobody else's confidence when I say, but I want to tell myself when I feel down, like, you know, you the best girl in this moment right now, and you're gonna win. Like, I like that quote. That's what it gives to me. And any other person, if you like that quote, you could just go on Pinterest, it's on there, because that's the confidence we need to step into 2025 and beyond with, because we the best, and ain't nobody gonna win except for the best. Guess what? Because we the best. But yes, but New York was crazy, y'all. Like, she was crazy, girl, but like, I love that she just had so much confidence. That's the part I love about her. And that's why I'm like, I need that blind confidence. I don't need the confidence that, you know, I need to wake up and feel like, you know what? I'm the baddest, okay? I don't even got to look in the mirror. And that's what New York had. Okay, so we have the one that says, money flows to me easily. Because guess what? Finance before romance. Or what did Dr. Umar say? I discern what he says, because that's exactly what it is. He was like, politics over punani. No, let me stop. But I believe that if we put this in our life, like, money will come to us. And I'm not a person that personally, like, has like money. But I also want to live a life where I don't have to worry and struggle, you know, and feel like, you know, I'm always worried about money. I don't like the energy of when, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't like the energy of when somebody's always worried about money. Because as a little girl, I didn't like that. Like, when people would tell me about bills, I wanted to do like this. Like, you know, I don't want to hear it. Because at the end of the day, that energy, it does something to you. So I feel like putting this quote, you know, I want to be able to say, like, you know what, that money gonna come. I ain't got to worry about it. It's coming to me easily. I can go to bed and make some money. That's what that quote is giving me. We're gonna wake up, be rich, and we're gonna go to bed richer. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about right there. I never liked hearing about bills. And that's I'm the same way. Stop talking to me about bills. I don't want to hear it. Even when I was looking, I didn't know what those bills was. When somebody started getting all, money, I'll be like, let me leave right now. Because I think that, you know, if you're in the world, you're going to have to deal with bills. That's one thing that I know about. And when people would be so, I would be like, I don't want to hear that, okay? Get away from me. That's what this quote is. I want that quote to be the people that's always complaining about them bills, because I want them to be able to be stress-free. And that's what essentially this quote is being like. Because money, let's be real. When we have money issues, it equals to stress, okay? And then when we have stress, guess what stress equals to? Hypertension, high blood pressure, diabetes, all that stuff. And I don't want to have those issues. Like, you know, of course I have issues already, but I don't want to add any more issues. Stress is not going to be the number one cause of me, okay, baby? So money going to flow easily to me, okay? And it's going to flow rampantly. Like, it's going to be so much money. They're going to be wondering if I have a money machine at home. And no, I don't, okay? Don't take that serious. Okay, this one is, oh my gosh. This is because I have a Scorpio Venus, okay? I attract a man who deeply respects and admires me. Because, let's be real, dating, it's always been trash, okay? It's not, people that have a husband or a man that's faithful to them, you know, kudos to you. You in the number 1% club. Me, I'm in the other club where we always got to worry about something. And I'm the type of person, like, you know, if it happened, it happened. If it don't, it don't. I have other things in my life, as you can see. But I have always wanted to be, I don't want to necessarily say married, but I always like to be in a monogamous relationship with people. I don't like to talk to multiple men and do all these other stuff. Like, that's not me. I'm not one of those type of girls that be like, I got a roster. That's not me. And I don't judge those type of women, because at the end of the day, I love that for them because they know their self and they know their personality. Also, like, I know myself. When I tried to be Miss Roster girl, let me tell you, I was crying. Because them men was breaking me. I wasn't breaking them. They were breaking me. Because I have a Scorpio Venus. And having a Scorpio Venus be meaning that I want to be deep with you. I want to be in love by tonight. I met you this morning. By tonight, we need to be in love. And there's no one else that needs to be calling that phone. That's what that means, okay? So me trying to have a roster and having that Venus was very heartbreaking. Every time I turn around, someone going, oh, like, no. So that quote is basically telling me I want a monogamous person. I want a man that is, understanding of me and understanding that I am still growing as a person, and also that respects me and also doesn't pushes me to do certain things. Like, this part right here is a little TMI, so, cover the kitty's ears. A lot of men this year have always asked for adult activities. And you know what that means. I'm not going to say what it actually is, but you know what it means. They've asked for adult activities from a lot of women, especially the big girls. They think that's all we do is do adult exercising. And, I'm one of them big girls that will tell you no in 3 seconds. But not that I don't. Because I'm a person that waits till I get a man and wait till I get my man, okay? So when they figure out that you're not going for that, they start to do everything in the world to try to convince you to go for it. I'm in love with you. You ain't in love with me. I mean, I told you I'm a Scorpio Venus, but at the end of the day, I'm not the Scorpio Venus that you think I am, where I think we're going to be in love that quickly. Oh, no, because guess what, baby? I'm a Libra, too. And I know when somebody lie, okay? But I just really want to attract, I love myself a lot. So I want the person that I love to see that I'm loving me. And, that they want to love themselves too. And then we just mutually be like, you know what? We two big ass hard people. So we love each other and we love ourselves. And that's going to create a big family eventually. Because eventually I want to have children. I used to want 5 kids, y'all. Now that I'm 30, I have reduced it down to maybe 3. But, I have to think about things differently. Like, will I want a blended family? Or, the person I date with, they have kids. Am I okay with that? I think I am. Because I'm starting to realize that as you get older, not saying you have to accept these things, but you have to be conscious that at the end of the day, some people have had a life before you, and they're not going to just stop their life because, okay, wait, I have to wait for her. So I'm very conscious of, like, my partner may have a child. I just want the relationship to be healthy with the children and with the mother. And, that they can have their time with their children, and I can be with the child too, because that's, if I'm married to that person, they're my kid too. But yes, so that quote is what that means. Okay, so you see the hand with the little chromatic nails. I don't know if I ever told y'all this. Y'all probably figured it out. I like getting my nails done, okay? I love it. And I love little short and sassy nails. Like, I want to see if I can insert, like, pictures of what type of nails I would like. But that was one of the types that I would like. But I really want to go back into get my nails done, even if I do it myself. But, like, I want to, like, maybe, like, once or twice a year or whatever. Or maybe if I'm making enough money to where I can do this, I want to be able to get my nails done at a nail salon at least maybe, like, 4 times out the year to, like, get, like, cool designs and stuff. Like, I just really love, like, nails. And I don't like, I'm not saying, like, acrylics or nothing, but I'm, like, a short and sassy girl. Like, I love, like, a cool design on my nails, and they are, that's just me. And I was like, that needs to be on my board because those nails are rocking. So I needed to rock some nails like this. So I was like, put that on your board, because that's one thing I want to get back into, because I'm out of the clinical world right now. And, I have a little break right now to where I'm, like, just doing my work so I can get my nails done at home. And, have that little sense of self-care, because guess what? That's a self-care thing. It's helping me remain happy, too. So a little nail break. And I just want to show a little bit of pictures of what I would like. And I gotta find me a salon that can do that because I don't want to do an astronomical price because I want the nail design, okay? Okay, so we have the apartment. So that equals the dog. Beep, 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 beep. So the apartment, I want to move this year, or either try to move to an apartment or either start home buying process. I really wanted a home, but at the end of the day, there's things that I need to get in. You know, I have things that I have to think about. Not like, things that are crazy, but there are things in my life that reign precedence over my home buying process. So I have those things that I have to do. I have student loans. I have other loans that I have to help my, family with. So it's like I have to kind of like either get an apartment right now or either go traditional. And, traditional means like getting a traditional home loan. And I'm like, it's apartment. It's like, I want to just go ahead and get my own home so I can design it wherever way I want to. But also it's apartment. It's like, just get an apartment for now. And then maybe next year you'll be able to say like you lived on your own. You know exactly what your costs were. And you know exactly how to be on your own. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So I've been like looking at little cool designs. Me and my cousin, we stayed up on the phone talking about it. It's so fun. It's so cool. So I hope to have my own space this year or either next year. And, I'm wishing that, I'm praying that it's an affordable decision. I live in Charlotte, so we know how that is. And, people move from New York, come down here saying it's affordable, paying $2,000 a month. Hello, that's not affordable. I would love an affordable place. I don't have to have a high-rise condo. I just need somewhere where I can live and it's comfortable and there's no, theft going on and people stealing and you feel unsafe in your apartment. I want to be able to lay down in my apartment and be like, I'm in my mom's house, almost like how I was safe in here. I don't want nowhere where it's going to be dangerous. So that's my main concern. The two things, like I told you, safety is number one. And if it got rats and roaches and stuff, that's the number two. If it got that, no. So those are two main things that I don't want to deal with. But also, like, the design in that picture, it's like little funky decor, like groovy girl type of, that's me. So I want my decor to be that way too. That's why I put that picture. So it's cool. And it also has like album, like I don't think it does, but I want to make sure I stay in my aesthetic of like being a vinyl collector. Cause I love, I have to do a video on that, but I love collecting vinyls. And I have gotten to the mark where I'm almost at 200. So it's time to move. Almost there. So I think if I keep buying this year, I'll be almost towards 200. But there's times where I have, questioned myself, like, should I move on my own? Because, I feel like I can't like separate, I'm an only child, so I don't want to leave my parents. But also I'm like, my mom, my dad can come to my house anytime. I'm not the type of person that don't want them to come to my house. Like, if they were saying they to come over there, I would be glad for them to come because I have a good relationship with my mom. I love my mom. My mom and me are besties. Like, I have my best friend is Laisha. My cousin Laisha is my best friend. But my mom is, like, kind of my best friend, too, because we do the same things, but, like, we, like, kind of look at the same shows. Like, on Friday, I go in my mama's room, and I just stay in there and watch TV with her the whole time. We watching YouTube together and all types of stuff. So, like, we are besties. So, I would think our relationship will remain the same. But I just be thinking like, oh, because my parents are older, I don't want to leave, and then something happened. But I just think that's just anxiety trying to stop you. And I want you to get away from me. Anxiety, stop! So hopefully this year coming in or next year, we're starting to work on it this year because we got to. We got to go visit some apartments, do something like that to go see what we think. Budget out the apartment too. So this year we're going to try it. And at the bottom, we have healthy mind, healthy body, healthy mind, healthy soul, because I truly want that. I don't have a goal. As you know, I'm not a person that has a goal that's like, oh, I need to be 110 pounds. Or I love my body. I have come from a long way because I used to not want people to take pictures with me because I used to think I was the ugliest person in the world because I was big. And I'm an apple-shaped girly. So I always thought that, oh, I'm big and oversized. People in my family were bullying me. So I used to always feel that way. So I have come a long way. And I really think that at the end of the day, I love this quote because I used to wish bad things. So I think this has taught me that, you know, I have to love myself regardless and be healthy. Because at the end of the day, we all we got. What RuPaul say? You got to love yourself before you love anybody else, because that's actually true. But yes, like, it was times like when I was younger, I used to remember like I would try to not like, you know, I used to be like, hey, you know, everybody don't like themselves when they're younger. And now that I'm grown, I'm like y'all know how I am. I'm a big girl. But I think I just come to terms that, like, you know, I have to be healthy. That's the main thing, okay? You be big and healthy, you be small and healthy, you be whatever. But also, I have started the journey of being on Manjaro and stuff like that, and it's been crazy, y'all. Like I told y'all, I'm put a little thing and say Manjaro here so I can know. But even with that, like, I'm not like in the craze of like, oh, I'm gonna lose weight tonight. Like, I'm just taking it because I'm like, I just want to make sure that I'm following what my doctor says, and like I'm actually doing something that's good for my body, because at the end of the day, this is my only body. We only get one body, okay? So let me take care of it so I can keep being here. And, you know, with Manjaro comes weight loss changes. But also, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for an internal thing, like being healthy internally. And if that is a part of that, then whatever. But at the end of the day, I have come to a self-realization that I just love myself. And it was hard for me to accept that, like, you know, this is me. Like, I had to grow up around people, like, that were just always saying stuff about our weight and stuff, or how we look, or our hair. You know, people just were mean. And I just always was like a sensitive person. I am still sensitive. Let's not forget that. But I just remember people just making me feel so bad about being a big, dark-skinned girl. And now that I've grown up, it's like so weird when people are like saying that I'm attractive. I can't even understand when I say that, because I'll be like, what do you mean? And they're like, girl, you're beautiful. And I'm like, you know what? I am beautiful. I'm going to take what you say and I'm going to believe it, because at the end of the day, that's a part of that healthy mind, because I need to quit listening to these negative things that I've heard over the year and take them out. And a healthy body is me actually putting into beautiful things into my mind, and it comes into my body, because I'm like, you know, I'm going to eat a beautiful melody of things. Like, let's eat more vegetables, let's drink more water, let's cut out them sodas, even though I love me a good vanilla Coke. And then a healthy soul is me pushing out that healthy stuff I just put into my body into someone else, saying something beautiful to someone and uplifting them. So that's what that quote means to me. Like, I can help other people also too, because at the end of the day, when we get that, you know, beautiful compliment from somebody, and we put the beautiful energy into us, a healthy mind, a healthy soul, we can also transmute that to other people that are struggling, because every day is not the same for everybody. Like, some people might take pictures and feel glamorous and stuff, but at the end of the day, they turn this camera off. They hate themselves. So I think we have to challenge ourselves to be like, you know what? I'm going to tell somebody that they're beautiful. Or I'm going to tell them that I like their outfit. Or I'm going to tell them that I love them. Because at the end of the day, we are fighting a big battle that's bigger than all of us. Is negativity. Negativity is the biggest battle that everybody fights. And we call it different things. But at the end of the day, it's one thing. It's called negativity. And you might call it the devil. You might call it some man named Tyrone. You might call it the bills. But it's negativity. So I think we can combat negativity, or whoever we want to call it, by being, what we said, healthy mind, healthy body, and healthy soul, and transmuting that to other people when we see them. Like, hey, Tasha, you beautiful today, and you better eat some greens, and you better be positive up here. And the last part, you got this, because we got to seal it off. I have this. There's no other point. Even if this stuff on this list doesn't, you know, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if it doesn't happen this year, but it comes later, it still means that I have this. So don't make your vision board feel like it's like, okay, I better do it to this year. It don't mean nothing. You can keep adding it to your vision board. You can make a bigger one. and put this same stuff and then add more, because you like it's a never ending cycle. Life is a revolving door to where we have challenges and things we want to do. We don't just put one vision board up for the rest of our life and be like, this is all I want to do. Because if you that type of person, do you even need a vision board? But in all seriousness, we got this, guys. And that's what my thing was like. It's still just off about, you got this. And the things I didn't put on here is like, you know, like God and stuff like that. The reason why I didn't put that on here is because that is unspoken. I don't have to put something like that on here to tell, like, you know, I need to do these and that. That is something that I walk with daily, okay? I don't question that God is with me. God is the source of all the things I do. And when I make decisions, he's at the source of them. So he wasn't on my vision board because he's already in my heart. And that doesn't mean that he won't be doing anything. He's doing the work now. Because if we go back a couple of years, even when I was a teen, I was the type of person that didn't even know if I believed. But now I look at me now. People think of God as just like you go to church and stuff. I don't go to church. God is all around us. And the way you treat others is showing that the way that God treats you. Like, if you treat people bad, do you think that's what God would want to do to you? Like, that's how I look at it. Like, I think God wants us to love each other and not be like, you know, bad to each other and stuff. So I love God, and, you know, I'm not trying to put that on anybody. You know, I don't want to offend anybody, but I just didn't put that on my board because at the end of the day, that's something that is that's eternal. That's going to be inside me forever. It's never going to be like a this is on and off type of thing. This is forever. And I don't have to put that on no vision board. I ain't got to do none of that. That's in here. And I know I may get people confused because I believe in zodiacs and stuff like that. Because I truly believe that, you know, I'm not doing like beats in my own, like, yeah. I truly believe God has gave us these things in order to know ourselves, have autonomy with ourselves. Because sometimes you sit up here, you be like, who am I? Why was I born at 5:35 on October 14th in Charlotte? I could have been born anywhere, and I could have been born at any time and to any mother. So I truly believe that is God's way aligning us, and he's telling us this is our path. We may not be futuristic to know exactly what's going on, but this is something that is like a snapshot of who we were at that moment. So I believe in astrology, and people get mad about that, and they be like, the Bible says that. What? Okay, I don't dispute that, but at the same time, there's plenty of things people do that's against the Bible, like gambling, smoking, drinking, whatever. But at the end of the day, you believe what you believe, and I believe what I believe, and we can still be harmonious people. We can love each other still. At the end of the day, I don't let my religion stop me from talking to anybody that's a different religion or any other people. So, like I told you, God is at the center of all the things I do. And it's not in that religious aspect of like, Jesus. It's more so of like a spiritual way. Because I am not a person that goes to church. I do not go to church. And I am not to bash church. But I just don't go to church because of my own thing. Like, I feel like I don't have a church that I wanted to go to. And that's something that I just always have had, like, in my head. Like, I always feel like when Sunday comes, why do we feel, you know, like that's the only day we can represent God? God is every day for me. And I just always felt that way. So it may change throughout my life. I may start going back to church. And that doesn't mean I don't represent the churches that I go to. Because sometimes I do go to little events from my church that my family goes to. I go to those events and stuff, and I have people there that I still talk to and everything. So, but I just don't know, like, there's not like a saying like I don't love God, because I love God. You go on my Facebook and I will pray you down. But it's just like the church part is like, I guess it gets so messy. Like, people do messy things in church. But that's for no time. But also, I'm going to put a little snapshot of my travel board. The places on the travel board are the places that I want to visit eventually. And I have a specific thing on there. If you know what that is, aka Rise Up, then you know we locked in. Let's just say that. But I want to go to a Falcons game eventually. I want to go to Texas. I don't know what part. And I think I put a lot of stuff on there so you can see it here. But it's nice talking to you guys. I hope that 2025 is a year of prosperity, happiness, joy, love, whatever you want it to be. Because at the end of the day, it's your year. And guess what? You're going to win. And it's going to be you. Okay? At the end of the day, we got this. And I just can't wait to keep creating with you guys too. Because I love doing this. And I like it as a hobby to do things. Because I'm my only child. I can't yap to everybody. So I'll see you guys again in my next video. And I hope y'all have a great day. And go Falcons. Woo! Beat them Panthers. Ah!